Welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time, this is a channel for you when you like personal growth without the fluff. In this video, I'm going to show you the operating system assessment, and I'm going to explain to you using a few of the results that I have from my clients, and hopefully that shows you what you can expect when you take your own assessment. If you've not taken your assessment yet, I'll put it in comment 1. I would love for you to take that assessment and get your own result. But I'm going to go through this and explain what you can expect. But this is going to be just another person's results without really exposing who they were. I think this will be private enough. So I've just gone to my dashboard and I have kind of taken results out. There are no names on them. But I want to use this to kind of explain to you what you can expect. So once you take the assessment, which will be in comment number 1, there will be a link or a form. All I need is your name and email. I'll send you the assessment. You will do it and you'll get your own results. So for example, let's look at this person. So this is for a client who did it on the 13th of December. The hyperachiever was 9.4. The stickler was 9.4. The hypervigilant was 6.9, their pleaser was 6.9, and their results go hyperrational, restless, controller, victim, avoider. So based on previous trainings, these are traits, very amazing traits that have been overstretched. So the hyperachiever is like the ambitious person, the get it done person. Overstretched, this becomes the hyperachiever. So this person is overstretching the ambition. The stickler is the organization. They pay attention to details and they're organized. They're very good doctors and very good engineers, and they're very good because they pay attention to detail. So they're the kind of people who have accuracy. They're like the brain surgeon. Overstretched though, this becomes a stickler. The hypervigilant are people who do very well in police, and they do very well in detecting troubles or dangers. So in those positions, they do very well. But overstretched, it becomes the hypervigilant. Like I probably wouldn't be so good in police because I don't have this in my vibration. Like I don't have that instinct for detecting danger. But most people, or if I have it, it's like mine is like non-existent or maybe 1 or 2. This person has it at 6. 6 is pretty high. The people pleaser, it just says they're a nice person. They like to provide. But overstretched, it becomes a people pleaser. So this person, when they came through, they felt like they had overgrown their job and they were looking for something else. Until they learn to neutralize the hyperachiever, it doesn't matter what money they make, what job they get. There will always be the next phase. So it is people who kind of rest the mountain, they reach on the top of the mountain, and they set another mountain. They never even stop to really enjoy the result. So when you have this kind of thing going on, you can feel like you climb a mountain and you just go back and climb another. There's always another mountain to climb, another book to read, another course to take, another job you could be taking. So it becomes very stressful for the people around you because nothing ever seems to be enough. You're always on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So this person's most stressing place was the job. They felt they had outgrown their job. They felt there was nothing more to learn, and they felt like they needed a new career or something like that. But when I looked at their result, really it's the hyperachiever, it's the stickler, it's the hypervigilant. And once we can neutralize this, then they can go at the same thing, but in a different way. Let me show you another person, which is like a second person. The second person, this was their result. The controller was a 10. The hyperachiever was a 9.4. The stickler was an 8.1. The hypervigilant was a 7.5. So This only matters for you. We can't compare this person with the previous person. It's not important. What is important is the results of this person and how they shrink and expand as they do the work. It doesn't matter what other people's scores are. It only matters how their scores are shrinking or going out. This person's result, as you can see them, their strength were quite overstretched. This is the get it done type of kind of thing. But at a 10, it feels like running over people to get what you want. So when you have this person in your life, you feel like you have an FBI agent in your life. You feel like everything you do is controlled. Hyperachiever, this person is not going to be happy with what they achieve in life. Could be jobs, it could be business, they're just hyperachievers. Their validation comes from outside. Their sense of self-worth comes from the external world. So they go after this and this and this. They're always looking for validation. And unfortunately, if validation comes from outside yourself, it can never be enough. So you'll be frustrated in life because you depend on external success to feel loved. Stickler. This is very high as well. So they will have a lot of frustration by people around them who may not be as organized as they are. Hypervigilant. It means they see danger where there's no danger. So this person's life is quite a stressful life. This affects every area of their life. Can you imagine this 10 out of 10 for controller in a marriage? Can you imagine how this looks like? It's like you feel like you can't breathe around this person. You really have to tiptoe around this person because anything can blow them up. You feel like they're a walking time bomb. That's how I kind of call them. The hyperachiever at this in a marriage looks like nothing you ever do will ever be enough because there's always better and better and better. So when we look at this result, we kind of see the operating system that you're running, and we can decide from there what the work looks like. Once you understand this, it helps you to know when the thing is happening. So when you feel frustrated, you can kind of see how the controller is causing that. You can see how the hyperachiever when it's happening in real time. You can see the stickler when it's happening in real time. When you begin to see these things, then you will see them happening in real time. So the more aware you are of them, the less impact they have on you. So why I would like you to take your own assessment is because when you get your own results, now we kind of begin to speak the same language, because now you will actually understand how this works. You will understand how this is impacting you in business, how it's impacting you in marriage, how it impacts every area of your life. And the good thing is when you begin to do this work, every area shifts. So for me, it doesn't matter if you decide to focus on your marriage. It doesn't matter if you decide to focus on your business. It doesn't matter. Whatever you focus on, once these scores begin going down, every area of your life fits. So this is why I like to call it your personal operating system, because this is the operating system that is running your life. And once we update this, then every area of your life flips. Like I have seen in business, when people begin to lift these scores, they make different decisions. They choose a different strategy. They choose a different coach. They choose a different person to serve. The decisions you make change. The actions you take change. The pricing and positioning all changes to meet you. So when you do this work, truly every area of your life changes, which is why I invite you to take your own assessment, and hopefully I will get to see your own results. There's an opportunity to also book a call and get this cut down for you so that you can kind of see how it's really showing up in your life. So when you see the call, you can go ahead, request for your own assessment. I would love for you to take the assessment, and I would love to see what comes up for your results, and hopefully have a chance to sit with you and help you understand how this is impacting your life. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe to this channel and share it with somebody that you believe will find it impactful for their life.